to say something to give you a little heartwarming message here. I hope I can get it right, guys. It's been 6 months. I mean, see if I can get it over with. I'm better than you, and you know it.
Yes, it's your boy 3CP and CJ. We back again with another Huddle podcast, and yes, I am better than you, and you know it. And if you didn't know it, you know it now. And this is a bye week, so it's gonna be a lot of different stuff going on with Randall. But JT Tyler fans, we still got something for you. We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about a lot of stuff, and I'm gonna talk about something. And if you new to this and you new to this channel, subscribe. If you new to this, if you from Facebook, which most of you currently are, and you listen to this, and if you take offense to anything I say on here, guess what? I'm so not sorry for what I say. So not sorry.
About your damn look.
Yeah. So what's his name? Who's the UFC fighter? Conor McGregor. Remember he said I want to take this time to tell everybody to apologize to absolutely nobody. The devil can't do the fuck he want. Yeah, that's me. But yeah, busy week. We got 2 events down, 2 to go. And I want to get into something. So I want all the entertainment people, rapper people, all that people. If you from there, I want y'all to tune in too, because I'm gonna say some stuff about y'all. But first of all, let me tell you what happened to me. Another person hit me, like Tyler, Texas. Why is it that y'all can't drive? I'm minding my business. Did the last time? I don't know if did I even tell the story on air about the first one? I'm just minding my business at the light, and all of a sudden, just a dude just runs in the back of me. Then takes off, hit and run, take off. The cops say they ain't gonna better fight him, but it's at the light. So the light got cameras, right? So I'm pretty sure it would have recorded it. So I was like, well, I took a lot. I got the report. I just never fired on my insurance. But then this next day, it's broad daylight over on Jacksonville Highway. I'm in the turning lane, getting ready to turn on Grande, and all of a sudden, like Dane Cook said, this guy just comes swerving in my lane, I'm just driving. I look down at my phone for like a split second, and knocked this pow from the passenger side, just a pow, and then he turned that car. I look at it, I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. I'm thinking the way he hit my car, the damage should have been way more bad than it was. But he hit me, the cover on my fender, like the mirror, the passenger side mirror, like it fell. It came off. So you can see the other part of the mirror, the inside of the mirror thing, that came off. The mirror was hanging by like the little wires, and I see the car pull to the right. I'm in the turn lane. He pulls all the way to the right, to the other side. If y'all know what I'm talking about, it's right across. Like there's that McDonald's and the Walmart neighborhood market, and that Subway. I mean, what's that? Sonic. Yeah, that little area. That at the light that he takes that right. Yeah, he takes that right. So I'm looking, and he's trying to take that right to turn on Grande, but going the other way, like towards 155. I'm like, oh shit, here we go again. Do I follow him? I'm sitting there thinking. I'm actually thinking like I'm sitting there. I'm like, should I just brush it off? I got hit, so I know I can't just let this go. But I said, well, I don't feel like dealing with the cops. And I said, he finally from the turn off. And one of the guys in the car in the Mustang, he looked at me like, I rolled my window down. He like, you all right? I'm like, yeah. You see? He said, you sure? Yeah. So I'm looking at the car, and it turns, but it pulls into a little patch of grass. I see it put in a little patch of grass. Now I'm thinking, I thought I still was finna go off. But I was like, no. Let me go. So I pull right. If I follow him, because they pulled into the grass, and it was a white guy that was driving and a black lady. I guess this is his wife, or whatever. So he gets out. He like, yeah, man, sorry. And this lady gets out, and she's like, yes, I'm sorry. She's like, how much damage, blah blah. She started taking pictures. I got insurance. I got this USA military insurance. They'll take care of it. Have you ever called the cops? Like, no, I didn't call the cops. And she's like, well, y'all can't go to. I didn't. I so they ended up not calling the cops. She's like, well, they'll take care of it. I was like, well, do we need a repose report or something? Like, nah, they just call. I'll put the claim in. I say I'm at fault, and they can't carry it, right? So I called the next day. I didn't get the lady whoever was supposed to be doing my claim. I didn't get a phone call. I didn't get an answer. Got a voice message. They called me back. She like, okay, yeah, we got I took a picture of the lady's insurance, and she gave me a number and everything. So, the lady who was supposed to be doing my claim calls me from their company. And she's like, yeah, so we got the information. We can have a car sent to one of our shops since it's in a condition where you can't drive it. Because she said my driver door wasn't open at first. It wasn't open. My passenger side door wasn't open. So she like, yeah, we can since and the mirror was gone. Like the mirror was like the mirror, the glass part is gone. So she like. And since it's like that, we don't think it's in condition to drive. So we can have it towed to the place, and we'll give you a rental. So okay, well let me do it. Blah. She getting ready to do it. This is waste that. Well, this system is not letting me somewhere. Internet or something. It's not letting me. It's not letting me make the reservation and all this stuff. So let me call you back tomorrow, and let's see whenever it works. So that was like, but this happened like Monday. Maybe this happened like Sunday. Had to happen Sunday or Saturday. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday comes up. I still don't hear from him. So I just call, and I'm like, I leave a message. This is blah, blah, blah. Trying to see what's happened with the claim, the number, blah, blah. I need to see. And she's like, never. I didn't get no call back. So I called my company, the place I got my car from. And I tell them, like, these people hit my car, and I ain't heard from them. They set that up to have it fixed, but all of a sudden I ain't heard from them. So I gave her the number, the information. She calls, and about 5 minutes later, guess who I get a call from? That lady that wouldn't call me back in the last 3 days. She said, oh, we talked to your company, and they said, we're still having a problem with the internet and the blah blah blahs, and we're gonna. I'm just reaching out to make sure. Yeah, you was reaching out then because the company called you and everything. And with the attorney, because he said if they don't call you back, let her know, and so we can call their attorney. Cause that's the only reason she called me, because the company got my car from called them. I don't think the lady who talked, I was talking to the lady from my car company. She was like, yeah, I called them and I didn't really get there wasn't really a help. She wasn't really that much of a help. It was kind of sketchy. I'm like, yeah, it was kind of weird that she ain't called me back. So I'm like, yeah, looks like it's some BS going on. She's like, yeah, so let me know if anything happens, and they don't call you back. Let me know so we can contact our attorney. So that's where we at now. Hopefully, we'll see about Monday if that's what happened. But so that happened to me, and yeah, people can't drive in Tyler. So yesterday we had the event, Pookie, the Valley had an event there. He had the pre-Lieber Bash, and then we had the Valley. Then the after party at the Jungle and everything. And so this is what I'm going to talk about here. And I gotta just say, this is everybody if you a rapper, a DJ, a promoter, an entertainer, a photo guy, a model, girl, whatever. 9 times out of 10, you came across me, or we've been in the same building, we've been in the same group, we've done some work together. You probably never known it. You've reached out to me if you was a rapper. You've reached out to me to play your song, and I'm gonna call it out in a minute. So the thing about people saying they don't know who I am, I'm not buying it no more, and I'm not finna take it no more. So what happened was, we get to the event, and me and CJ, and most of the time when y'all be out and y'all see CJ, y'all see somebody, y'all see me with him, but y'all don't acknowledge who I am, but y'all know who I am because y'all listen to my podcast now. And that's another thing. This isn't something that CJ started and I came along. I started this channel, and there was a channel before this channel, before I even did a podcast, that was booming. It was blowing up, but it got suspended because I didn't know there was tags, and you gotta use, like, you can't use certain people's names and something like that. YouTube don't tell you exactly what you did, but they say you might have did one of these things, but I never got to get that channel back. It's still suspended. There's probably a way I maybe could get it back. I just said forget it, and I started over. I was at like almost 1,200 subscribers just by that one. That one was moving way quicker than this one is, and I built myself right back up and got to this one again, so where I can get monetized again. So, first of all, I built a real good following for myself over here. This because y'all don't come over here, y'all only listen to the podcast. That doesn't mean that you don't see what I'm doing. I'm doing a lot of stuff behind the scenes. When y'all see people come from town, all these artists, I've been behind bringing them. I've been behind selling tickets, and I've been behind like a lot of these places. And I've been there. Y'all probably not even see me. I was there. I walked in. I didn't pay to get in there. I promoted to help y'all. I told y'all and promoted for y'all to come there and watch that person, pay that money to see them people. But nobody, y'all don't see them, but it's like y'all don't know, blah blah blah. But anyway, so like I said, this channel is the second channel, and I started this podcast. Me and CJ talked about this podcast. We started it, and like I said, the dude we had on the show last year, Al, which should have. We knew this is a great tap for him to be on. Al 100. He pitched the idea, and we ran with it. And I think we need to get Al back on. I think we should get Al back on the show.
That's a definite.
Yeah, we gotta get Al back. This would have been a perfect time.
Yeah, he checks all the boxes.
Yeah, he would have been. He always keep it real too. So yeah, we gotta get Al back on the show. So I was like, yeah. So with all that being said, let's get into some other stuff. So like I said, we had a party at the Valley. I don't really go there a lot because I have things I do on Friday. I'll go to the game, but some Fridays I'm not able to. Some Fridays I am. It just depends, right? So I'm not even tripping about it. I went in there. The lady, it was the lady the dose. She wanted me to. She charged me to get in there, and I'm not even gonna trip. I'm saying okay. It's pretty much it's our party, but you know what? I don't bring cash with me, so you don't think about robbing me. So I was like, I'm cash app. I cash app her, and I didn't, like I said, the Valley don't got their cash. It was to her personal cash. So I like, fuck it. You needed that $10 more than I do, because you could have, if you see me walk in with Pookie and say, But anyway, I say I'll let it slide. So I said, okay, it should be at the jungle. They know they done seen me before. We should be all right. I'm all right, right? So get to the jungle. We sitting outside. We sitting out there. Me and CJ sitting out there. And this man walks up to us, the owner of the jungle, one of the owners. And mind you, there's a lady, there's a female. Now, they don't know this, but I know they're like, they got a niece, or it's like I think it's her niece or something like that. I know her, and she knows that they own the jungle. But anyway, so the lady kind of has seen me before. The lady owner has seen me a bunch of times. She's been in Empire. All of them have been in Empire, right, CJ? All of them been in Empire. The door ladies, the owners.
Yeah, they done been before.
Yeah, so they seen us. They seen it. I was DJing them most of those times.
Now, they don't come like that.
They don't come like that, but they've been before.
I seen it on Sunday though. When we was in there. But anyway.
Yeah, I remember Sunday. Yeah, but anyway, they seen us. They seen me a bunch of times. So the man walks up to CJ. Hey, Susan, man, blah blah. Like I said, they came up to see, but he didn't really acknowledge me. He looked at me. Like, I think he might have said, I don't remember, but he seen me. Now, mind you, I've met this guy before because Pookie introduced me. He like, hey, this is the dude that be doing. He be DJing, he fly. He was talking business. Like, okay, blah blah blah. If you don't remember, it was a few months ago, but I still remember his face. So you should remember faces. So I'm like, okay. Anyway, so we getting ready to walk in, and we walk in. And CJ's good. They're like, yeah, we see you. Walking around with CJ. I'm walking in too. The older lady, packed me like, yeah, he good too. So they put the band on me and say he good. The older dude comes back and starts pulling me out the double like, no, you gotta go back and play. No. And so I'm like, what? And then I'm saying, you know what? I turn back around. The CJ don't know this. I was finna leave. I was getting ready to just walk out, and I was gonna tell you, hey, I'm just finna go to the house. And so I walk out there, Pookie's standing outside. He was out there. So I walk out there, just kind of Pookie. And the dude comes out behind me like, hey, man, I don't know who you are. That's why I know. And Pookie, no, this the man. He be doing the flyers. He be DJing. This is it. And he shake my hand like, okay, now I know who you are. But I'm in my head like, nigga, you knew who I was before. Because you walked up to us the first time. But you know what? I don't care. So, anyway, he like, yeah, man, maybe now I know who you are. But in blah, blah, blah. But like I said, numerous of times they seen us numerous of times. Anyway, we get in there, we blah, blah, the party, blah, 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 blah. Anything happened. So, the next day, I make a post. Y'all seen it. I made a post. I was like, Empire tonight. It is tonight as we speaking. And I'm like, hey, y'all finna stop acting like y'all don't know me when I'm coming to y'all places. When I come to y'all places, y'all acting like y'all don't know who I am. Because it happened before. Like, shout out to Ace and Pat. They know who I am. I've known Ace since we were little kids.
Won't be no problem tonight with the thought, but...
What's that with today?
Won't be no problem with that tonight.
Oh, yeah, that nigga we talking.
We grateful.
So, but he had a new security guard. He let the security guard see CJ and see Pookie, let him ban. The security, he looked at me.
I've seen him give him the signal like,
yeah,
they good, man.
Yeah, he like, Pat like, yeah, they good. But the security guard see me and tried to like, no, you got to go back over there and pay. He kept kind of flattening and Pat like, nah, he good. So he had to tell them.
I tried to tell him, like,
yeah.
If I say like not, he would.
And this is like, I'm like, why? And he did it again, like twice. He did it. I walked outside. He did it again. He tried to do it again.
I couldn't believe when you told me that, though.
And so I'm like, this will frustrate the hell out of me because y'all see me who I'm with. Why the fuck am I the person that's paying when I'm with these people that we see?
I don't pay. I'm pure. I don't pay.
Yeah, I'm with the same people. Why would we come with the same group? Yeah, I need like a shirt to say, here, I'm this person. But so that's what that's why I know. But that's how I see people know.
You and I don't pay.
Yeah. So that's what I'm talking about. Pat, the owner, knew we see him all. We see each other. What's up? Blah blah. He knew. He said, okay, he good. This owner do the same way. You see him just because you don't see me all the time. You see me. Well, I don't go to Sensation every day, every week. He knows I am. Same thing. But so I made this post and I'm like, hey, I said that and I said DJ and Empire, blah blah blah, and people started laughing at it. How I started to feel funny, and then TV like, this nigga said he's big on. Like I said, I was big on YouTube. Like I said, I am. I got a following. Y'all might not think of it. There's people who popular in Tyler are not popular outside of Tyler. You can go to LA right now, line me up with the best DJ in Texas, or the best DJ, the best rapper in Texas, in East Texas. This Tyler, the best rapper in East. Line me up, put me on the side by side, and put this some random people, and I can guarantee you they would probably know who I am before they know who this guy is from his music. Yeah, because that's what it is. Because I've built a following that y'all just don't know it because y'all don't come over here. Y'all only listen to the podcast. The videos I post of Madden, that is an actual business thing. I don't do it for fun. I get paid. It's not like, here, you get the money that I'm making. It's a smaller channel, but it's like if you put money in a savings account, you never touch it. It's just small. It's coming at a smaller. But I've gotten paid from it already, but it takes me a few times longer than the regular person. Now, when I get something that's a big one video, I can get that bam. It's a threshold I gotta meet. So every time I get on this screen and upload this video, the money is ching ching ching. It keeps going up, right? No matter podcast, without talking, video, yeah, anything, yeah, it keeps going up. So I got over 1,200 people that's following. I got, and I'm looking at this like, I'm gonna tell you, since I've been on this channel, just on this channel alone, like it's a smaller channel, but it's bigger than a lot of people. There's no other people around in East Texas that I know besides like Jay Smitty that does what I do in the gaming community, and he's big on Facebook. But me, there's nobody else in Tyler that's doing this that's big enough. And even on different music, I got more views of some of these guys' music videos. Over 227,000 people have clicked on my video to watch it since I've had this channel. Over 227,000 people. So that means, and that's not just in Tyler, that's all over the United States and a few overseas. That's why I say, put me in the line with some people and line me up, and there might be one of those 220,000 people in the world that know me besides this guy who got a music video and whatever. So anyway, I'm like, okay. And then somebody come in, I'm not gonna say the name, but they like, Cause I said I don't promote. I always do. Y'all, I said I never promote people. I never give them clout. Never. So they say this how this it made me laugh because it was so retarded to me. He must be talking about me because I didn't know him and still don't. Laughing face. Okay, so y'all remember that. I wrote back, I haven't met you, but I don't want to be known. Just know what I do. And they wrote back, I was at the door last night trying to make you pay when you walked in with CJ. Ha 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 ha. So people, let's go to school, little kids. If somebody says they don't know who you are, they say they don't know who you are, but they made it their job to comment on your post and say he must be talking about me when I wasn't talking about her. Doesn't that mean you know who I am? I told my boy Moore. I asked this because he got the same like the same thing. This dude got over 500,000 subscribers on TikTok. He's big on Facebook. I mean, he's big on Twitch and all that. And I was like, yeah, you got the same, like, people you personally know don't really watch your stuff, but strangers and people all over the world know you, like, yeah. And he's like, that's dumb as fuck. How the hell she gonna comment on your post and say she don't know you, but commented on your post? That means she knows who you are. When you say, I'm the person who tried to charge you at the door. Ha ha ha. It makes you make yourself look really stupid. Really stupid. To say that. I mean, if you didn't know who I am, you would have never commented if you didn't know who I am. But you say, okay, oh yeah, I know exactly who that is. Let me try to be funny. Ha ha ha. The joke's on you. Joke's on you. So I was like, and after that, people they look at it and laugh at it and everything, but the fact is people try to brush me off as like I'm a joke or something. And then these same people who laugh and come up to the DJ booth asking to play their whack ass songs. And I just had to tell you how it is. Y'all niggas songs are garbage. A lot of y'all niggas who come up to the booth, if you came to the booth, you know who you are. Your songs are fucking garbage. I'm just gonna say it like that.
Got 3 of the best on stage.
Yeah. Besides Gabby got the only good music. Besides Gabby and Brittany. Besides Gabby.
She don't rap economics. I gotta go listen to it.
Oh yeah, yes. Oh, I gotta listen to it too. Yeah, Gabby and Brittany.
Yeah, sensational tacos.
Oh, tonight?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Yeah, Gabby and Brittany. So yeah, like I said, and this laughing and taking me for not taking me serious, it's happened so much before. Remember, I sat in a room with some guys who been rapping. I sat in a room as an A&R with a distribution company, a real distribution company, and I'm telling them exactly what we do, and they sat there and looked and smirked and laughed like I was just the biggest joke in the world. And I'm seeing it like, you know what, I'm gonna do my little presentation, and I'm gonna bid myself a due and go, because I know that they're not taking me serious. And you know what, them niggas still ain't superstars. I've supported them and shared them. They done promote. They done perform. One of them performed. He came to the booth one day. They asked me to play a song. All of that. And you know exactly what. Like I said, I don't promote them. But just think about it. They had a group together. Let me see how to.
No, that's alright. We'll talk about it.
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about. But anyway, like I said, I don't promote people. So with that being said, man. Yes, I'm legitimately more known than a lot of you think. And the fact that you think it'll be disrespectful to laugh, you can laugh all you want. I don't care. You laugh every time we tell you I ain't nothing. You can laugh all you want because I ain't trying to be popular in Tyler. Being popular in Tyler, Texas does nothing for nobody because nobody here is gonna support nobody. Think about it. Everybody who got a business here, they don't really support you. They just want free shit. They just want freebies. And without that being said, man, we are finna talk about some football, man. First of all, let's just get out the way. Colorado lost 2 games. They actually had a better game this week than the last game. I still think they can get about 8 to 9 wins, and make a bowl game. That's a win season for them. They can make a bowl game.
From 1 win to 8.
Yeah, and then they didn't have Sanders on defense either. or Travis Hunter, who's their best receiver too, and their best corner. So the fact that they came back, only lost 41-48 to USC, I think that's pretty good in my book. I mean, I don't know who they got next week. I think they got a winnable game next week though. But no, I don't know. They got some real tough dogs. They got a gauntlet of good teams like Washington, Utah, and Oregon State. And yeah, they come out there with 9 wins. You got to give. Deion made it. He made his statement that he changed the team. They come out there with at least 9 wins. But yeah. But that being said, we are on the bye week. I know it's the bye week. JT is here. So CJ, I'm going to bring him on here. Let's put you on there and talk about it. Still, screw the Bullet Police Department. I have to make that known.
Bullet. All right, y'all. We on the bye week, right? So, as we closing out September to remember, you know what I'm saying? We're going to give a review. It's like a mid-season review. Tyler Lions, they got a bye week. Tyler High Lions, they got a bye week this week. Currently sitting at 4-1, 1-1 in district. Coming out the loss to McKinney North. Their first loss of the season, by the way. Let's just keep that in mind. So, what we got in front of us? What we got? Now, the next game will be against Lancaster, just like we stated on the last episode. Now, Lancaster, they also had a bye. Lancaster, they're sitting at 1-4. Now, they done played some good teams. I mentioned this on the last episode just to put in perspective. Because I had to go, when I seen 1-4, I had to go look at who has been on their schedule. Because I didn't expect them to be 1-4. I look. Yeah, we know they just played Longview, and I get into I'm actually just gonna get a Longview very, 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 very briefly, as we mentioned the upcoming opponents for Tyler High coming up down the pipe, as they would say. But Lancaster 1-4. They played some good teams like Dallas, South Oak Cliff. Y'all know they recently won state. Denton Guard's been on the schedule. I actually, if y'all want to go back and listen to the last episode of the podcast, where we briefly previewed the game for Lancaster coming up, I did mention the opponents they have played thus far, so y'all can check that out. But just put in perspective, Tyler High 4-1, Lancaster 1-4, as they meet up this coming Friday, October 6th, in Lancaster. It's in Lancaster, so y'all know. Some people probably come for the band also. You know, the band at halftime. So you're gonna get 2 formidable teams facing off in district, and Tyler High's gonna look to bounce back after the loss to McKinney North. They got time to think about it, and they just gonna get I just feel like they're gonna get refocused. And but like I said, McKinney North, to reiterate briefly what we talked about on the last episode, McKinney North jumped out early. Now, Tyler High showed great resilience, and Rob was just talking about Colorado. Just like Colorado, people expected Colorado to be resilient and even make it more of a game in the second half. So, Tyler High, listen, in that game, and I was going to briefly mention in a few minutes, they were down 31-7 to McKinney North. And they made it a thriller at Rose Stadium, like I said, just like a Michael Jackson track. So they made a thriller. The final score ended up being 31-26. McKinney North held on to defeat them after a failed, you could say, a last drive by Tyler High. But here we go. First loss of the season. It came in your second game in district. And I'm finna briefly go over what we have seen thus far in the season. Now, it was very interesting with the coaching change. You bring Coach Woods in there. You know, me and Rob, we had all spring and summer to think about, is this going to be a much improved team? Is this going to be an improved team at all? Starting off, like, how fast is this transition? How quickly are we going to see this transition take place? I'm just talking about, we just going with our eyes because we know what we saw last year. You know, failure to stop the run, teams running you off the field. there's some teams I'm finna mention that ran them off the field last year. Let's just keep it 1,000 on that. But what we done seen. Started out, we see a game against Marshall. Well, Marshall, I briefly mentioned this. Marshall, what did they have? Like an 87% chance of winning? There was a source. I mentioned the source in was that the first or second episode? I believe it was the second episode because we were recapping the Marshall and Tallahassee game. And I know we saw the defense. The defense made some noise early. I saw a different defense very early, but like I said, even on the first, I think this was the first episode. Let me see how they look after 2 or 3 games. I see flashes. Let's just see if I can see the consistency with this defense, because they're obviously, if they can set the tone, I know the offense will be able to score some kind of way. I just got to see what kind of team they're going to be collectively. Like Rob mentioned several times, they're going to be a team that puts drives together, chews up the clock. And I always say, hey, it ain't no rush. Look, I know they're going to score. As long as they don't turn the football over, they got a shot in every game. And they can win most of their games because the defense is going to take care of their business, you know what I'm saying? So this is what I seen. Now, they went to 5 overtimes with Marshall. This game, honestly, should have been won in regulation. But like I said, a lot of things, anything can happen in the first game of the season. But they got the W. That was the first, as I call it, the get-back game. Because Marshall, Tallahassee couldn't stop the run last year, and they had J.D. Davis. They had him. I think I said his name right. And Marshall, they just had their way last year up in Harrison County. So 38-36, first win of the season, first game of the season, first win under the Coach Woods era. Then you go to Tyler Legacy, the big one, the crosstown rivalry. Tyler Legacy jumps out 14-0. And then Tallahassee, they pull off 28 unanswered to win that game 28-14. I was looking for, what adjustments is Tallahassee going to make in the second half? Are they going to keep that momentum? Because like I told Rob, I remember telling him specifically, if Tallahassee can score right before the half, which they did, and they get the ball back in the second half, let me see if they can keep that momentum. Because if they don't turn the ball over, if the offense doesn't turn the ball over in the second half, they should win. They should pull away with this game, and that's what happened. That's what happened. Exactly what my theory was. Exactly, that's just what it is, and that's what happened. So they took care of their business. Because I've seen so many times that Legacy or Lee, whatever you want to call them, they when they take that momentum, they keep it, and that's how they look like the better team that night. But like, are they really a better team than Tallahassee? And I'm not saying that to be biased. I'm just saying talent-wise, but they just sometimes all it takes is one game. That's the thing about football. All it takes is one game. The Giants stopping the Patriots' undefeated season in the Super Bowl. All it takes is 60 minutes in an NFL game, or however much time there is in a high school, college. It's just, I have the video saved on my YouTube of that scene in Little Giants. It's just all it,
I think the Patriots sold the devil. That's what the dude said. He said, they sold the devil to win that Super Bowl. Undefeated season.
Yeah, I mean, but they Human Ure and Michael Strahan and Justin Tuck and. I mean, I'm just saying, whichever Super Bowl you want to look. I just said the undefeated season because they was undefeated. But either Super Bowl they beat them in, Giants wasn't the favorite. You know what I'm saying? But it takes one game. We done seen this before, and we can make a whole episode of what's done happened in one game, and we can go on any level you want to go on. That can be a whole episode by itself. But that's the great thing about football. People lose money on stuff like this because people get upset or whatever. It's the ultimate execution game. That's the greatest thing about it, and that's why we could just break it down on different levels. But let me get back into this. I didn't want to ramble off too much. Third game of the season, Mesquite Horn. Now, we know Mesquite Horn is very formidable. And I saw it with my own eyes. I know they got the skilled players. I know they look. You can even see the formations, how they execute. So to an undisciplined defense, they can have their way. But Tyler High, they set the defensive tone early, and they only allowed 12 points to Mesquite Horn. They only had 12 points. They had a dude look like Lamar Jackson. They got him at quarterback, and I think he was only a sophomore. Legend Bay is his name. I mentioned it in the recap. Legend Bay. He only a sophomore. Hey, the future bright. Because, hey, you can see that the athleticism is there. The skill is there. But the better team came out with the victory on both sides of the football. They handled their business, Tyler High. So 3-0 at that point. Then you move on to the fourth game against a less formidable North Mesquite team. Tyler High goes to Mesquite, handled their business 21-6. As they were, As they were expected to do. Yeah, they were expected to do that. So now we get to the fifth game, the most recent game against McKinney North. Thriller on Thursday night. And I just mentioned they were down 31-7, and they came back to make it a game, but McKinney North holds on for the 31-26 victory. Yeah, they just seem to have Tyler High's number. I don't like to say that. I really don't like to say that, but I have my analyst hat on, and I'm just speaking on what I see. But with that being said, the season's still early. Tyler High still doing their thing. Now, what do they have coming up? I already mentioned Lancaster coming up this coming Friday, October 6th, in Lancaster. Tyler High looking to bounce back and put another dub in the dub column. Simple as that. This is it. This is the stretch. Lancaster. Then you got West Mesquite, who is currently 3-2 overall, 1-1 in district. That game will be back at home in Tyler. Then you got Lufkin. You got to face the young kid. His last name is Young. He's a Notre Dame commit. They pulled away last year, but hey, different defense this year. I've been very interested to see this game, and it's the homecoming game for Tyler High on October 20th. Oh hey, that's what I know when the schedule come out. I know some people's like, why do they got Lufkin as homecoming? Yeah. Hey man, this is a different team though, so this is gonna be an interesting game. I'm very anxious. I'm very anxious to see it. And Lufkin currently, y'all, you know this stuff can be changed in 2 or 3 weeks. They're currently 0-2 in district, 3-2 overall. Yeah. So, gonna be very interesting. Hey, you know what the head of the snake is for Lufkin, that young kid. So, then the next to last game, you got Longview. Got to head back up to Lobo Stadium. Longview, overall, they're 4-1. So far, they 2-0 in district. So, the Longview thing is always interesting because he's like, man, somebody got to beat them. Somebody got to get them at least one loss to even have a chance, because if they go undefeated, that's going to cut a team out, 1 or 2 teams out from getting to the playoffs. So that's why the thing about it is, depending on where you have Longview at in the schedule, like if you get them out of, okay, if y'all play Longview in the first game or second game of this, all right, some people's like, okay, we lose this game, we probably will. What people say, we're going to get that loss out of the way. But see, Longview next to last game of the season, just like last year, Tyler High probably would have gotten the playoffs, but they couldn't handle their business against the McKinney North. And then against Lufkin. See, I knew when they lost that Lufkin game last year, I was like, that's done, because you still got to play Longview and Forney, and they just ran you off the field. So this is what we seeing a different team. They done split the first 2 district games, talking about Tyler High. So, hey, you got some winnable games coming up. It's going to be interesting. I'm going to be looking, will they sweep these next 2 games before they play a Lufkin, or will they split them? Very interesting. It's going to make that Lufkin game more interesting depending on what happened on these next 2 games. But anyway, last game of the season, it'll be senior night against Forney. Now, Forney, we ain't been paying a lot of attention to Forney. We know Forney. If I don't even look at the record, You got to bring your A game because Forney usually a formidable team. They showed you what they can do last year, even though that run defense was already suspect because it's the last game of the season. We had already seen what the run defense can do all season, and they ran you off the field with a 50-piece back to Tyler. You know what I'm saying, from Citibank Stadium in Forney. So they the Jackrabbits, but they wasn't jacking around. So so you gotta, they coming to Tyler this time. I get a chance to see them in person. You know, they got the formidable running attack. Right now they're 5-0. They're undefeated as we're speaking right now on this episode. They're 5-0, 2-0 in district.
They got long mitts on they playing today.
Now that'd be an interesting. Sometimes I look at the schedule, who playing who, but I be so focused on Tyler High. But when I know they're playing, I try to, keep my eye on that score, you know what I'm saying? Like we was keeping an eye on that score with Longview and Lancaster. We didn't look at the record for Lancaster. We just see Lancaster, and that's it, because they normally form, you know what I'm trying to say, y'all. They're usually formidable, okay? That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah. So, this is where we at in the season. Got 5 games to go. The thing about this high school season, man, it flies by. So it flies by. I'm telling you, man. That's why we try not to take for granted these home games. You know what I'm saying? We have, as we sit here today, 3 more home games. 3 more home games to go. You know what I'm saying? But we'll be in Longview. We'll talk about that more. I don't want y'all to, maybe we'll surprise y'all, whatever. But anyway, shout out to the people we know at Longview. But that's what we got. So also, I'm gonna briefly transition over. I'm gonna talk briefly about little Cowboys. I know people we got a Cowboy Nation out there as they're sitting. They just lost their first game of the season to the underdog Cardinals. I don't know what it is about the Cardinals. They got their number. I'm like, oh, well, they ain't got to face Kyler Murray even because he was giving them problems. No matter what you think about Kyler Murray, he was giving the Cowboys problems, and I'm like, they gonna win this one against Arizona. I'm not trying to throw shade on Joshua Dobbs, but I mean, look. Arizona, their franchise is basically an abomination, as they say right now. They're trying to, they might have the first pick in the draft or one of the top, whatever. They might have 2 top 10 picks. You know what I'm saying? They'll probably be in the Caleb Williams sweepstakes, or if Shador go in the draft. But if they got the number 1, I don't think nobody passing on Caleb Williams. That's just the bottom line. They're not gonna talk themselves out of it. I talk you out like a Florida Georgia Lion song. Talk you out of it, yeah. But anyway, plug. But anyway, Cowboys, they done lost Trayvon Diggs. That was just a blow to the nation. And of course, in that game against the Cardinals, you could see they was trying to exploit that early. They was kept on the Bland side. I feel like over time, Bland he's gonna rise to the occasion. I got faith in him. I done seen what he did last year. Whether you say, oh, well, he was a nickel corner or he was a backup corner, so of course nobody knew him, so he was making all his plays. Well, he was at the right place at the right time, and the talent is there. You see the talent, so that's what's gonna make it interesting. And I feel like he one of them kids that can rise up to the occasion. Okay, just I'm not trying to compare it to high school. Just like we were saying, oh, they picking on that other corner. They not throwing on Hood's side. And what do you know? Pick 6 in the Tyler Legacy game, by the way. Yeah, they threw it to him. He was like, okay, he jumped it. He jumped it and he took it to McDonald's and got you know the saying. Tyler Legacy don't. Okay, but for real though, that's how it goes. So. Next game against the Patriots, I believe they'll handle their business against the Patriots. Then they got the 49ers. And I know they got the Los Angeles Android Chargers coming up, as Chiseled Adonis would say. Y'all better be Chiseled Adonis. Y'all better be following him. And Rob will tell y'all more about that. But It's kind of ironic because I'm gonna have my Steelers hat on because it matched my outfit. But anyway, that Steeler hat gets some attention. So anyway, but since we talking about the Steelers, shout out to Gary Menifee, Tish Taylor. I know some Steelers fans. I'm trying to think of all the Steelers fans. I know Tina Dixon. It's another one. But I know the jury is still out. I even hear analysts what they say about the Steelers. The only thing about Kenny Pickett, I believe in him. I'll just say that I believe in him just as long as he keep the turnover thing. I just think I still see some ill-advised throws. And I still see he puts the ball in harm's way sometimes, like you cringe. He should have threw that, but he might complete it. But he's a second-year quarterback. But the talent is there. I just think the sky's the limit for him. But I just think look. If I see it, I know some of the analysts see it, even though they're like, even Stephen A. He's a Steelers fan. I gotta mention this. He doesn't totally believe in Pickett, but he's like, well, he's alright, I guess. But he says in his own words.
Tomlin hadn't had a losing season since.
No, but Tomlin gonna do it. They're gonna be right there, now. And I'm not just speaking on what I seen against the Raiders. I knew they was gonna beat the Raiders because it's the Raiders. I was picking the better team who I thought would win, and I thought the Steelers could do that thing. And we know what the defensive line gonna do. T.J. Watt and et cetera, et cetera. They're gonna do that. Minka Fitzpatrick on the back end. And then I almost forgot they got Joey Porter Jr. He's a rookie. I mean, shoot, he gonna do his thing. So I just had to say that for Steeler fans since we brought that up. But Cowboys, we know what the deal is. We know what the big question is. Can Dak come up in the big moments? Can he not turn the ball over? What happened against the Cardinals? Everybody's talking about it. Threw it in the triple coverage. Now, let me tell you my theory real quick. I'm gonna shorten it real quick. The thing I've seen it countless times. I even spoke on this. Did I say this on the air about one of the things about Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers? You notice they don't throw a lot of interceptions, right? Aaron Rodgers has the best touchdown to interception ratio in NFL history. But just like Skip Bayless brought up, but the thing about it is they have the most throwaways. I know they throw the ball away a lot. So my thing is this. I don't think there's a rule that says, well, you have to throw the ball somewhere. Y'all just listen to me. You have to throw the ball somewhere because, okay, just like on that play, he threw the interception. It was nobody open, right? I see the thing that people don't think about is I always look at things on both sides. Just like when we be at the game and you hear fans be like, "Oh, he was open." You don't see what the quarterback sees. It's easy for us to sit in the stands and be like, he was wide open. But see, the game, I tell people this all the time, processing information. It's the reason Jalen Hurts is getting $52 million a year or whatever. It's the reason Patrick Mahomes is getting all this money. It's the reason Justin Herbert got paid. It's the reason Joe Burrow got the biggest contract in history. It's the reason why these quarterbacks are getting paid this big money. Processing information. And you have to be able to process it very fast while big, fast defensive linemen finna come hit you in the mouth. Just ask the people that got to face Myles Garrett. You can't block him. And look how Cleveland looks. If that offense just does anything, they're going to be in the mix. Because that defense, Lord have mercy. I'm dead serious. and I picked them to beat the Ravens this week. That was a hard choice, but I think the defense will keep them in the game. And Deshaun Watson will make enough plays just like he did in the last game, so I think they'll win that one. And Ravens are depleted with injuries, so that's another big part of it. But Ravens will be all right down the stretch, though. They'll be all right. So, Cowboys. It's still early. We're going to talk about some more Cowboys down the line. We strictly got to talk about this Tyler High stuff. We got to stay true to the community, you know what I'm saying? But the thing about it is, I know people listening, and they want to hear Cowboys talk. They don't hear from me and Rob about Cowboys, so they I wonder what they think about the Cowboys, what they think. But who are we? We ain't no ESPN analysts or Fox Sports or nothing like that. But I mean, we speaking on all levels of football. So mainly Tyler Hyde, because that's the base of the channel. So I'm saying, of the podcast. So that's what it is. But I believe it comes down to that because the defense is going to be who it is. I just believe you suffered the big blow with Diggs on the back end, put more pressure on Stephon Gilmore. But the thing about it is, it's going to be interesting how that fares against Philly. Because you got to face them. They're the top two team in the NFC. So you still got to go play them. And A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith or whatever. So that's gonna be interesting.
49ers next.
Yeah, 49ers, and then that's what it is. You got to deal with Debo, Brandon Ayuk, Kittle, C-Mac, CMC, Christian McCaffrey. You know what I'm saying? And Rob, he don't believe in Brock Purdy, but hey, he do what he need to do within that system. They not turn the football over, and the defense, Nick Bosa and Armstead and Fred Warner and all them boys, But like I say, if they got to play them in the playoffs again, it's going to be very interesting. So I have to process this regular season game. It's going to really show where the Cowboys are at. So at least you get the 49ers early in the season. You already know what they're about, but you get them early in the season and to see what happens in case you face them in the playoffs. So we know the Cowboys will be right there. So it's just...
There's only two good teams in the NFC. The Eagles and the 49ers are the teams.
Yeah. And see, and I know some Saints fans out there, the Saints can be really good because it's just... Derek Carr just got hurt. I mean, he'll be out a little while, not too long. He's on my fantasy team, by the way. But one of them. So, 30 for 30. I mean, he's stepping in. Jameis Winston stepping in. It'll be an interesting game. I was back and forth against the game they got against Tampa. Tampa coming off the loss, to the Eagles. So it's going to be a division game, Will he turn the ball over? Will he put the ball in harm's way and cost the Saints this game? I don't know. I just got to see. Chris Olave, Michael Thomas, Alvin Kamara. Hey, see what they going to do. But like I said, this is going to be a season. If the Cowboys can just win the games they're supposed to win, like they already done dropped the one to the Cardinals, can they do these two things? Win the winnable games they're supposed to win. Don't beat yourself. And then number two, this goes back into what I just said, beating yourself. Can Dak just limit the turnovers? That's it. Especially in the big moments. Can they limit the turnovers? Because they're going to go, like someone said, they're going to go far as the defense takes them. Well, offense got it. And they would have won a game against San Francisco in the playoffs if the offense just made one or two plays. 2 more plays, you win that game. Bottom line. And then you go on to the NFC Championship game. That's what's stopping. So we got a lot of football left. Here we go. We're gonna see what happens. Of course, I gotta get a few shout outs real quick. Y'all gonna be like, damn, he done shot this woman out too many times. But the brunch just happened. And I'm gonna shout out again because it just happened. And so I gotta shout out because she did a damn thing. Kendall, y'all's favorite caterer and probably y'all's favorite hairstylist, did her thing at the brunch. Thank you so much for the hospitality. The food was great. The environment was doing what it needed to do. And I know you done put your blood, sweat, and tears into it. And I know they done stress you out. Shout out to you. Like I told you, keep building your legacy. And we them damn Pisces, and we gotta stick together. But even if you was any other sign, it's still love. You know what I'm saying? It's still love. Shout out to the bottle girl. Shout out to Dominique. I'm gonna just name some. Roche, Layla Irvin, Amber Foster, Shania, aka Noodles. Y'all know Shania Polk. Y'all know her. Sassy Collections in Longview, Texas. Y'all check her out. She got the boutique in Longview, Texas. I said Sassy Collections right there on Gilmer Road. You know what I'm saying? Because she's sassy, yeah, and classy, A1, all that. So, and shout out to the bartenders, Nakia, just shout out to everybody that did their thing. Shout out vendors that was there. Shout out to Simona Moon. Y'all look up Once Upon a Time Boutique on Facebook. Once Upon a Time Boutique. Y'all check her out and get whatever you need. Whatever you need. Shout out to the Moons in general. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm going to pass back out to Rob. We're going to come back, recap that Lancaster game. Hopefully we talking about a dub, and we ain't got to go to a restaurant and take a hot ale. Damn, I miss him saying that. Oh, Shannon. But, yeah, just shout out to everybody, man. Everybody that was fly at the brunch did their thing. Shout out to y'all, man. We out.
Yeah, no, I ain't shouting out nobody right now because I don't give a damn until y'all start acknowledging me like Roman Reigns.
You will acknowledge.
Shout out to people that do. Shout out to the ones that do though. Y'all know where y'all are. I don't got a name. Y'all see me, but the ones that he keep keying and all that, I'm better than you and you know it. But fuck it. We're gonna go right here quick again. Instead of with NFL picks while I'm here. The Packers lost, so we're going right here. Falcons and Jaguars. I'm taking the Falcons. I'm taking the Falcons because I think they on the run. The Jaguars kind of losing.
I'm gonna pick the Jaguars one more time. I think they're gonna handle their business. They better handle their business.
See. Okay, but Rams and Colts. I'm going with Rams on this one.
I went with Rams too, and even though I don't care what the analysts say, I'm going with Rams.
Yeah. Ravens Browns. That's a good one. Ravens definitely gonna win after the loss to the Colts. I'm going Ravens.
Yeah, it's hard to pick against the Ravens after coming off the loss to the Colts, but I feel Cleveland going.
Yeah.
I picked Cleveland already. So.
Another one, Vikings and Panthers. Vikings definitely 0-3. They got to win. I'm going Vikings.
Vikings, it's enough said.
Yeah. Bengals, Titans. Joe Burrow better do something. I'm going to take Bengals.
I'm going with Cincinnati.
Here's the thing we're talking about. Buccaneers, Saints. I think the Bucs got it because I don't think Jameis Winston's going to throw. He's going to throw a lot of picks.
I was back and forth. I first thought the Saints, but I'm going the Bucs on the Bucs.
Here's a good one. Dolphins and the Bills. This could be a high-scoring game. I'm going to take the Dolphins. I'm going to the Dolphins.
I'm going to go with Buffalo because I think they're going to split. I think Buffalo win the first one and Miami will win later at home.
Here's one. Somebody has to win this one. Broncos and Bears. I'm going to go Broncos.
I got to go Denver. They don't win.
Bears suck. Eagles, Commanders, pretty much the Eagles. But they did lose them last year.
Philadelphia.
Yeah. Steelers, Texans. We talk about the Steelers. I think Steelers.
Steelers, young quarterback. That defensive line going to tee off.
Raiders, Chargers, both LAT. Well, not LA no more, but I'm going Chargers.
LA Chargers.
Here's the good one. 49ers, the Cardinals. If the Cardinals lose to 49ers, that's going to be a laugh. But I got to go 49ers.
49ers going to handle their business. A division rivalry. They know what they expect. 49ers.
Patriots and Cowboys. Zeke coming back. I'm taking the Cowboys because I think they can beat them.
Cowboys avenge their loss. They're going to handle business.
Chiefs and the Jets. That's going to be a massacre. I'm going Chiefs.
Chiefs.
And the last one,
Sunday night football.
Seahawks and Giants. I didn't pick the Seahawks last time. I'm going Seahawks.
Seahawks going to turn up on Daniel Jones in there.
Yeah. So that's what it is, man. We got to get up out of here. I got to get ready for Empire. If y'all see me there, and y'all probably hear this tomorrow, but if y'all see me, now y'all hear this, and y'all offended or y'all acknowledge me, well, now y'all see who I am, and now y'all know how I feel. If you still don't feel how I feel, or F you, and the Bullet Police Department, F them too. I'm going to say that until I feel like not saying it. F the Bullet Police Department. Speaking of Bullet, ain't we going to see Bullet in Brownsboro or something? You think? You talking about right? Ain't they probably like next week or something?
Yeah.
Brownsboro. Yeah, I hope they put 100 points on it. I told Tita that off there. I hope they put 100 points on it.
Yeah.
I'm disliking Bullet until they do something to make me feel good. Like what's that movie? $1 Bill.
Do something to make me feel good.
Yeah,
that's gonna be a good. Oh my bad.
Do something to make me feel good. Then I'll be. And oh yeah. So yeah, then we out here. I gotta get dressed and everything. But